Hi everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I am here, I am back, and I am about to show you how I put together one of my wreaths from all of these different items that I find at the Dollar Tree, and sometimes on a rare occasion can find reasonably priced stems outside of the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go over first where I got this stuff. These wire wreath forms right here are at the Dollar Tree. Usually they have them in a variety of different types, shapes, and sizes. Square ones, there's all different themed wire wreath forms at the Dollar Tree depending on which one you go to. So I picked up two of these larger ones, and they are from Floral Garden, and this one is the 14-inch wreath form right here. So there's that. Then I picked up this burlap ribbon. It's 9 feet, and this is what I will use to encase this wire wreath form right here so that I can build the flower look all the way around it. And I got this pink mesh one, this burlap pink. So I picked that up, and this is not enough. I'll tell you that right off the bat, that this is not enough to go around that whole wreath form. But I just need to cover as much of it as I can so that the flowers can situate nicely and be glued to it, and so that it's glued onto material because they don't stay on the actual wire wreath form really well. So we're going to use this. And then these stems right here of these tulips did come from Michael's, and these stems are $3.99 originally. But when I went the other day, they were on sale for $1.99 for each stem. So these are the three colors that I picked out for this wreath that I'm going to make with you guys. So now I will show you my hot glue gun. Hold on one second. Now I have my old trusty hot glue gun that I have had this hot glue gun for probably the last maybe 5 or 6 years. And I got it from Walmart. I think it was $2.97 way back when. And I get the glue sticks, the mini ones, from the Crafter Square section at the Dollar Tree. I think it's a package of 20 that you can pick up there. And then this is a silicone, I believe, pot holder from the Dollar Tree as well. And I use it as my hot glue gun little pad so that I don't get it on anything while it's resting. So that is what I do with this before I start using it to heat it up, and it's plugged in an outlet behind me. So here's this. So I don't know if I'm gonna talk through this whole thing or just allow you to watch what I'm doing. So now I've just got this all unpackaged because it's easier for me to be able to just kind of wrap it around the wire wreath form and get it on there quicker. So I usually just lock it into place. Usually the little wire edges have like a little tab that kind of pokes up. So I just pop the burlap right into it so it can hold it. While I go around the rim, I just pinch it. So now I'll show you how I'm just kind of like putting it around it quickly. I'll go mid. All right, sorry about that. So I'm gonna kind of try to just space this out like I told you. I'm gonna just space it a little bit because it's not enough ribbon to cover this entire wreath form of 14 inches. If you do want to cover it completely, then you're gonna need 2 spools of this burlap ribbon to go around it and to cover it solidly. But where I glue the flowers right over the top, I leave the spaces because you're not going to see the spaces anyways. And when you're hanging it up, you are not going to be able to see the wire wreath form from the back. And I'm not giving these away. They're just for myself and my own personal use. If I was selling them or giving them away, I would definitely use the 2 ribbon spools for it to cover it solidly. So I'm just gonna go around and just leave those little gaps. Like I said, I just need the flowers to glue onto the burlap so that it adheres well to the wreath form. So I'm gonna stop right here and I'm just gonna show you how I just kind of like skipped a little bit of space so that I have enough ribbon left over. But if I was to pull this tight and cover up every single one of these little gaps, there wouldn't have been enough. So now I'm going to cut it off and make a hanger, and I'll show you that in 1 second. All right, so now I just cut this piece off of there right here, and then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna glue this down like that with the hot glue gun. So just add a little bit of hot glue, you don't need a ton of it, and make that sit flat, because again, it doesn't have to be perfect, especially if you're gonna keep it for yourself and you're not gifting it away. So I'm just gonna glue that there, let it harden, and all the flowers are gonna cover this up anyhow. And then I'm gonna make the little tie like this and glue that together, and then glue it on the back so that this will be the piece that will hang the wreath once it's up on a hook. So now I'm going to take this and hot glue that piece right down to there. Now, hot glue is just that. It is very, very hot, so please just be careful, because it does pinch and the burn does not feel good. So just kind of press around where you glued it so that it doesn't get your fingers at all, if you can help it. So it will just take a second for it to harden, and then you won't ever be able to get that off. We're just going to let that sit. And once it starts to cool down, you can just kind of press it into place so that it doesn't move. And now that will be how it hangs. Oh, see, there you go. I didn't let it dry long enough. So once you put the hook on the wall, you'll put it right through that loop, and then your wreath will hang up. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. So this is the next part. So now I have this stem, this first one, and I'm going to separate each individual stem so that the flowers get cut off in their single stem sections. And I'm going to go through the entire bunch and make sure that they're all cut so that we can use them to go around the entire wreath. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to cut them with wire cutters. I don't have them right now at the moment. I have to go dig them out. But make sure that you have wire cutters to cut the stems right there. So just kind of bend it and clip them. It will be faster that way. You can just go right around the whole entire stem and cut off all of the individual sections. So now that's what I'm going to go and do, and I will be back to start making the wreath with you guys. All right, so we have all the stuff ready. Everything is ready. All the stems are cut. They're all in their flower, little assortments of color. And now I am going to hot glue these flowers all onto this wreath form. I'm probably not going to talk through this next part. I'm going to show you the first half of this, and then I'm just going to continue on for the rest and show you the end result after I show you how to kind of stagger them around. And then once you guys got the gist of it, then you'll realize what you need to do to just finish it off. So let's go. And then just kind of press it down for a few minutes. Make sure that the glue has made them structurally very secure to the wreath. And so once they've got a little stick to them, all you have to keep doing is applying more glue every couple of inches. You can use all the same color flowers, or you can stagger them. Make sure that you're looking at the stem and you see what direction you want the flowers to be in. So then you just kind of like overlap, and you just keep going from there. Overlap, 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 and make it the design that you're looking for. You can look at it before the glue starts drying. Make sure that the flowers are situated the way that you want them. If they're not, take them off quickly, and then just keep moving along. So that is what we are going to do around this entire first half of it. I may or may not show you the whole entire first section. I might show you midway instead of the halfway mark, because all we're going to do is keep going in this direction until we meet up where it started. And then I'll show you the continuation of going around it on this side midway, and then you guys can continue on from there. So I'll show you a couple more levels until we get there. Move the flowers around, make sure that everything is looking the way that you expect it to. You can add more glue where you want things to stick down, maybe a little bit more securely. And afterwards, you can definitely arrange the heads where they look better for you, and make sure that you add a little glue underneath where the petals are to stick them to that area, so that they don't budge and change position. So I'm usually sitting here, watching one of my favorite shows or listening to one of my podcasts that I really enjoy listening to, which is like my Crime Watch Girl, and just crafting. When I have some free time, I watch a lot of my friends here on YouTube during that time and catch up on their videos, and just kind of have a relaxing moment for myself to just kind of enjoy the creativity and watching something coming together that I'm making. And it's really therapeutic. So I hope that when you guys try it, that you find that you enjoy it, and then you love the end result of how you put a wreath together. So as you can see, this is already how it's coming out. You're not going to be able to see the wire wreath form once you start overlapping. You go back into it, you move the heads where they need to be placed so that it's covering up all of the little sections where the wire could be poking through. I'm going to probably have to move this petal and glue it to there so it covers up that area. Right now I'm just kind of placing them where I want them, making sure they glue down, and then I'll go back through it that second time to adjust everything, all the greenery, so that it's poking out in the appropriate places, and just keep rolling with it. So this is that section right here, and now I'm going to carry on like this until I get to that halfway mark, and then I'll resume the video when we start going up this side. All right, so this is the first half that we have going on here. Let me try to show you right up and over it. So this is what the first half of it looks like. And I absolutely love the color combination in it. It looks so pretty. So now we're at the halfway point, and now instead of turning the flowers around so that they're all going up, we're just going to continue going around so that they're going in this direction. So let me just place a few to show you. We're going to keep gluing so that now they come around in a full circle. In this side of the wreath, the stems will be facing downward. So we're going to go all the way up on the other side with this pattern now. I'm just going to place them here and show you what I'm doing. Actually, let me just place the rest of them, and then I can kind of just glue around in a circle and put them exactly where they are, because I actually like their placement. So we're just going to keep going around in a full circle, and then they will be finishing off the entire wreath, and I absolutely love it. Now, what I did with my other wreath that I made the other day, I actually filled in the little holes also with a package of Easter eggs from the Dollar Tree that came in this 12-pack. And I don't know if I'm going to do that with this one at all. I'm just going to actually just place the petals and make them glued down so that you cannot see any of the wire wreath form all the way around it. But if you did want to fill in those holes with some type of embellishment, maybe it's Easter eggs, maybe it's other types of flowers, just to cover up any like open areas, then that's up to you what you would use for that. And it's gonna come out beautiful no matter what. Don't overthink it. Don't get stressed out. You know, try to re-glue things if you see that there's a hole in there that you don't like before it really dries in well to the wreath in the wire mesh form of the ribbon on the wire wreath, and just go with it, and I bet you anything it's just going to be beautiful. So I'm going to glue this whole side all the way around, and I'll show you at the end what it comes out like. Alright, I hope you guys can hear me okay. So this is the end result, and we have the little hanging piece on there. I'll show it to you right overhead. This is how it came out, and it just cascades down and goes all the way around in the same direction. I love that, because some people will turn the tulips around so that they're all facing upwards, but I love when the tulips come down and then face down on this side, so that it's a complete circle all the way around going in the same direction. So I love the color combination. Sorry, I just almost dropped the phone. I love the color combination. Whatever combination you guys choose, I'm sure it will come out absolutely beautiful. But I will go back in now, and I'll take the hot glue gun, and I'll just move the petals around and make sure that it's all spaced out so that I can't see any of the mesh or just limited pink mesh. Some of you can do that, don't have to do that. Let the mesh show if it doesn't bother you. I'll just make sure that all of the holes are filled up with petals and the heads of the tulips so that there's no spacing. And that's it. Add other embellishments in the middle of it. You can get some more greenery if you choose to, and add little sprigs of greenery in the holes to spruce it up a little bit. Do whatever you see fit. It's just a lot of hot glue, a wire wreath form, some mesh ribbon to make sure that the flowers are getting glued down to a mesh or ribbon type of surface so it has something nice to hold on to. And then whatever flowers that you choose. And your little hanging piece so that once you get a hook, you can just put the loop right on there and then it will hang from your door or whatever wall space you choose to have it on. So I hope that this video was helpful. I've never actually done this before, or if I did, it was a long time ago on my channel when I originally started it. I hope you like how this wreath came out and enjoy making some wreaths, because honestly, this is my favorite craft to do, is to put together a wreath. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some more crafting in a few, and I'll probably just add that to the vlog that I'm gonna put together, because it's a shorter video to put the little baskets together that I picked up for Easter decorations that I'm gonna make. So that's it. Hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful, awesome night, and I love you guys super duper much. Bye everyone. Alright, so I just wanted to show you the wreath hung up. I am still at the resort, so I kind of just found this little hook and I wanted to hang it from there. I filled in all of the holes and placed the heads where I want them and glued them into place to cover up any of the little wire or ribbon showing through that I wanted to have, you know, covered. And now this is the end result and I absolutely love it. So I hope you guys have fun picking out your color combinations and your flowers. Make sure you have your hot glue gun and you're safe with that, because it hurts so bad when you glue yourself with that hot glue, and it can cause quite a burn. So I hope you guys have fun. Let me know how they come out if you decide to make them, and enjoy. Love you guys so much. Bye.